My name is Victor Mwanga. I'm the country director for Eden Reforestation Projects. Eden Reforestation Projects is the world's largest reforestation organization, and we were established in Kenya in 2019, with basically the mission and vision of our parent organization, Eden USA, which is to employ the poorest of communities where we're working in by empowering them and allowing them to work in our rehabilitation and reforestation projects. So we basically are planting trees in the gazetted forest land in Kenya under partnership with the Kenya Forest Service in the Adopt a Forest framework. And we've adopted 2,000 hectares of Kilifi gazetted forest this year for mangroves to basically restore the degraded mangrove area, which in itself is very evident with the color change of the seawater and all the upstream erosion that is happening. And so we're thinking that by adopting the 2,000 hectares of mangroves in Kilifi County will help not just to regenerate the depleted mangrove forest, but also to offer sustainable income with the communities where we work in. Basically what Eden does is we get into the community, we identify the most vulnerable people within that community, and we offer them sustainable employment, and we give them the benefit of paying National Loss Insurance Fund for them, and also NSSF. And that way, when we get into a project and we are in for 5 years, by the end of 5 years, we've changed lives. We have shown communities how to earn sustainably and have an investment portfolio. And not just that, communities then are able to take their children to school. Small businesses start up because of the work that we are doing. And so going forward in 2021, we have a target of planting 30 million trees, out of which 18 million will be mangroves and 12 million will be terrestrial trees. Today, Eden is working in Lamu, where we have employed about 130 beach management unit members and the community. We're now coming into Kilifi, and we expect to employ close to 200 people over the next 5 years. As we celebrate the World Wetlands Day, for us, we just want to emphasize that we are on a mission, and the mission is to plant trees, and the mission is to give empowerment, economic empowerment to communities where we work. Our way of planting mangroves, and this has been tested by Eden's, because Eden started off predominantly by planting mangroves in other countries. So we're not using seedlings per se, we're using propagules, because the mangroves have a way of self-regenerating. And so for us, getting the propagules and putting them into potted tubes and then getting them back into their natural environment, there is a lot of lead time that is lost. And again, we are introducing plastic by just propagating those seedlings in plastic potting tubes. Again, there is an abundance of propagules, so why not just get the propagules and plant them? And that is how we manage to plant such great numbers. Like we did 3 million seedlings, propagules planted in Lamu in 1 year, and that 1 year was not a full year because we did not start our operations until about June because of COVID issues. So for 6 months we were able to plant 3 million mangroves. So given a full calendar year where COVID is no longer an issue, we will easily hit our 18 million target for 2021. One of the key objectives of Eden is to offer fair wages. So we don't just pay them like everyone else does, but we pay them slightly higher than what government rates are, 20% more, and we then get them to register the statutory documents. For instance, they must have a KRA PIN, they need to have an ID card, they need to have an NSSF, NHIF number, and that way we are able to pay for them for the medical insurance in such a way that when a community member child or spouse falls sick, they don't need to worry about medical bills, because in this country every family is one sickness away from poverty, and so that is what we do. We give fair wages to communities and we pay them at the end of every month.
So,
I mean, as we speak today, documented, there is 470,000 hectares of degraded public forest land. That we've not even mentioned about the ranchers, we've not mentioned about the large landowners. So arguably in Kenya, there is about 1 million hectares of both public and private land that requires reforestation. And so that is how we come in. We have all these land that we need to take care of.